It was supposed to be just another night on Ringo Starr's fall tour, a celebration of music and legacy. Fans eagerly awaited his performance at the TD Pavilion in Philadelphia, excited to see the legendary drummer in person. At 85, Ringo had been on a remarkable streak, performing with his all-star band for weeks without interruption. But just hours before the show, an unexpected announcement was made. Ringo was canceling the concert due to a sudden health issue. Social media erupted, and fans struggled to process the news. For many, this wasn't just a performer postponing a show, it was Ringo Starr, whose energy and presence had always seemed unstoppable. The announcement left fans confused and concerned, with some wondering what had led to this drastic decision. The lead up to the show, everything was going smoothly. In the days leading up to the Philadelphia performance, everything appeared normal. The tour, which began on September 7, 2024 in San Diego, had been a success, with 10 shows already completed. Each performance had been met with positive responses, filled with fans singing along to classic Beatles hits and Ringo's solo tracks. Backstage, the atmosphere was upbeat, and Ringo seemed as lively as ever. But by the morning of September 24th, something had changed. Those close to him noticed subtle differences. His voice was quieter, his steps slower, and he seemed more fatigued than usual. At first, it appeared to be a mild cold, something he could easily power through, as he had so many times before. But as the hours passed, it became clear that this wasn't just a regular illness. His energy dipped further, his laughter was less frequent, and the bright, optimistic persona that had always defined him seemed dimmed. Realizing the severity, a responsible decision, Ringo consulted with his medical team, who quickly advised that continuing to perform could worsen his condition. At his age, even a seemingly minor illness could have serious consequences. His doctors were clear: rest was necessary. For Ringo, a man who had spent decades performing night after night, this decision was not easy. Canceling a concert meant disappointing thousands of fans who had traveled far and wide to see him. But Ringo made the choice thoughtfully, understanding the gravity of the situation. Prioritizing his health was essential, not just for his well-being, but also to ensure that he could continue to perform for years to come. By the afternoon, the official announcement went out. The Philadelphia show and the final performance in New York at Radio City Music Hall would both be canceled. Fans' immediate reaction: disappointment with compassion. The response from fans was immediate. Many had already arrived at the venue, some traveling across states, rearranging schedules, and preparing for what they expected to be a once-in-a-lifetime show. Understandably, there was frustration. 4 hours before the show? How could this happen? One fan expressed, resonating with the disappointment of many. Yet, amidst the disappointment, a wave of compassion flooded social media. Fans expressed not only their frustration, but also their understanding, sending messages of love, support, and concern for Ringo's health. It was clear that, for most, the well-being of the artist came first. This response highlighted the deep bond between Ringo and his audience, a connection that had been nurtured over decades of shared musical moments. A history of resilience, health challenges throughout the year. This wasn't the first time Ringo's health had forced him to cancel shows. In 2022, he had to cancel several U.S. concerts after contracting COVID-19. And in 2016, a North American show had to be rescheduled due to illness. These setbacks served as a reminder that even legends face health challenges. Age and the grueling demands of touring inevitably catch up to everyone. However, Ringo's fans understood that his decision to cancel the shows was not a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it was a sign of wisdom. He had always prioritized his health, knowing that taking care of himself was essential for the longevity of his career. His approach to life, optimistic, disciplined, and self-aware, continued to shine through in this difficult moment. A lifelong commitment to health and wellness, Ringo's commitment to maintaining his health has been a cornerstone of his life for decades. After the tumultuous years following the breakup of the Beatles, Ringo struggled with alcohol, a period that left its mark on both his body and mind. But he turned his life around, fully embracing sobriety and adopting habits that would sustain him long into the future. He became a vocal advocate for physical fitness, clean eating, and mindfulness. Over the years, he embraced a mostly vegan diet, filled with fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole foods. Ringo often joked about his love for blueberries and broccoli, humorously emphasizing their role in keeping him energized. Beyond food, Ringo committed to daily physical activity, from morning walks to light strength training. He treated movement as a gift rather than a chore, which kept him in excellent physical shape. Meditation, a practice he had learned in India in 1968, remained a constant in his routine, providing him with balance, clarity, and calm amidst the demands of his career. These practices were never about perfection. They were about longevity. Ringo's focus was always on maintaining the energy to keep doing what he loved, making music. Facing the reality of age, accepting the limits of the body. Even with these healthy habits, age brings its own set of challenges. At 85, Ringo's body was no longer as resilient as it once was, and even a minor illness could have a significant impact. The cold that forced him to cancel his performances was a reminder that health, no matter how well maintained, is fragile. For many of his fans, this moment was a humbling reminder that even icons have their limits. However, Ringo's close friends and team members remained optimistic, reporting that he was in good spirits and fully committed to recovering. They reassured fans that this wasn't the end of his journey. It was merely a brief pause before he would be back at it, doing what he does best. The human side of an icon, vulnerability in a legendary career. Ringo's life and career have been viewed through the lens of fame, but moments like this reveal his humanity. Canceling a show at the last minute is never easy, especially when thousands of fans are waiting for a glimpse of the man who has shaped so much of their musical lives. For Ringo, the weight of responsibility was heavy, but so was his commitment to his own well-being. This decision, though difficult, underscored a universal truth. Even those who seem unstoppable need rest and care. Fame and legacy do not exempt anyone from the realities of health and aging. It was in this honest moment of vulnerability that fans found comfort and understanding. Looking ahead, a thoughtful 2025 spring tour. Despite the temporary setback, Ringo Starr's story is far from over. Plans for his spring 2025 tour were already underway, designed with his health in mind. The tour would include residency-style performances in Las Vegas, followed by stops in California, Mexico, and Texas, with longer breaks between dates to allow for rest and recovery. This thoughtful approach reflected a deep commitment to both his health and his audience's experience, ensuring that Ringo could continue performing without compromising his well-being. A new album, Look Up. Adding to the excitement, Ringo had been quietly working on a new album titled Look Up. This would be his first full-length album since 2019, and his first country album in over 50 years. The project, which began as a collaboration with producer T-Bone Burnett, eventually blossomed into a 9-track album. The songs blended Ringo's signature style with fresh, creative energy, proving that passion and innovation don't diminish with age. As part of this new chapter in his career, Ringo planned a special performance at Nashville's Ryman Auditorium in January 2025, marking a significant milestone in his musical journey. The legacy of an enduring spirit, a career built on resilience. Throughout his life, Ringo Starr has faced countless challenges, but his focus has always remained on the music, the fans, and the joy of creating. From his time with the Beatles to his solo career, he has maintained an authenticity that resonates deeply with his audience. His ability to balance timeless classics with new explorations reflects a rare combination of talent, discipline, and optimism. By taking time to care for his health, Ringo has shown that even legends must listen to their bodies and prioritize self-care. This not only ensures longevity, but also serves as a reminder to all of us that resilience comes from within, whether in the face of physical limitations or the demands of daily life. Lessons from a lifetime of music, resilience, and mindfulness. Ringo's story goes far beyond fame. It's a lesson in endurance, mindfulness, and passion. His commitment to health, self-care, and creative expression is a blueprint for anyone striving to live a meaningful life. The same energy that allowed him to drum for decades is now directed toward thoughtful pacing and longevity. His journey shows that resilience isn't about avoiding obstacles, but facing them with wisdom and grace, adjusting when necessary, and always pushing forward with passion. The comfort of continuity, a legacy that never stops. Although Ringo's show in Philadelphia was canceled, fans can take comfort in the continuity of his legacy. His upcoming tour, album, and performances offer reassurance that his dedication to music and his fans remains as strong as ever. Even as the tempo of life slows down, the rhythm of Ringo Starr's legacy continues, steady, vibrant, and inspiring. He remains a symbol of joy, creativity, and resilience, reminding us all of the power of persistence and the importance of adapting to life's challenges. Resilience beyond the stage, a life of adaptability, even outside the limelight. Ringo's life exemplifies resilience. By embracing health, mindfulness, and balance, he has ensured that his passion for music can continue for years to come. His story demonstrates that true endurance doesn't come from ignoring limitations, but from respecting them, adapting, and finding new ways to thrive. In doing so, Ringo inspires not only musicians, but anyone facing the challenges that come with aging, change, and life's unexpected turns. Creativity without limits. Ringo Starr's ever-evolving journey. Despite setbacks, Ringo Starr continues to be a force of creativity. His upcoming album, the carefully planned tour, and his ongoing commitment to his fans reflect a deep respect for both his audience and himself. Every decision, whether it's canceling a show or exploring new musical directions, shows Ringo's commitment to sustainability in his creative life. His ability to balance performance with self-care exemplifies how creativity can evolve with time. Looking forward with hope, a new chapter in the works. As Ringo prepares for his 2025 tour and upcoming album, fans can look forward to more music, more performances, and more of the joy that has defined his career. The pause in his performances isn't a sign of decline, it's an opportunity for reflection and renewal. Ringo's legacy continues, and his story encourages fans to live with the same balance and optimism he embodies. The music goes on, and so does the beat of Ringo Starr's remarkable journey. A life well lived, lessons for us all. In the end, Ringo's journey reminds us that legacy is not just about what we accomplish, but how we live. It's about knowing when to push forward, when to rest, and when to embrace new creative possibilities. At 85, Ringo Starr's beat goes on, steady, vibrant, and inspiring. His life reassures us that, while life may require pauses, it never stops the music of a dedicated soul. His story is a reminder that resilience, passion, and balance are the keys to living a full and meaningful life.